Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. You know it's about Anime King, and today I'm going to be giving you part 8 of What If Naruto Went with Itachi. And it's going to be a double upload today, so look out for part 9. Hope you have fun enjoying the story, and thank you all again for the 6,000 subscriber. The special will be tomorrow. Just look out for the special tomorrow guys. Trust me, it's going to be awesome. And yeah, comment down below, share to all your friends on social media platform, and if you're new the first time you hear my voice, click that subscribe button, and thank you all for your help and your support so far. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Start the intro. So, the last part we left off, Naruto told his team that he was once a part of the Akatsuki, but now he's not anymore. After doing some hardcore training with them and teaching them, Naruto took over the team. He also took over Kakashi, even giving Kakashi weights to wear for Kakashi to get more faster. He pushed them so hard, their skills has improved, but the only thing Naruto was getting angry by that Sasuke didn't awaken his Sharingan. But Naruto is gonna train him harder and harder for him to awaken it. So basically that was the last part we left off, but you guys can switch across the playlist and check out the epic fight scenes and everything. So let's get straight in this new part. Naruto was angry. Sasuke wasn't awakening his Sharingan. Naruto wasn't sure, but when Itachi told him about how he awakened the Sharingan, it seemed so easy, but Sasuke wasn't doing it. Naruto wasn't sure if Sasuke would ever get the famous Sharingan. But for now, he had other things to worry about, like the upcoming fight that is going to happen in 2 days. Naruto looked down at his team as he was currently in a tree. You guys have the next 2 days to rest up and feel well rested to get in good shape, because the battle is going to happen in 2 days and you guys must be on your best guard to take on Zabuza. So today is the last day of training, said Naruto as he jumped out of the tree and said, let's spar, because he's gonna give them the other 2 days for resting so they be in good health when they are ready to fight. As Naruto was about to spar, he looked up in the air before charging at them, remembering about his training days. Gah, you brat, get back here, yelled Kisame as Naruto was having a flashback. No way, fish face, I'm not doing that in a million years, said Naruto. All you have to do is run over hot coals, jump over my shark pond, and swim through the forest swamp where Orochimaru snakes are. And then finally fight me in a one-on-one battle. That isn't that hard, said Kisame. Naruto's sweat dropped after hearing all of this as he kept running, never noticing that Kisame was trapping him in the obstacle course anyway. Naruto started to curse instantly as he stepped on hot coals. Kisame has stolen his shoes earlier and told him that today they would be training without shoes, and Naruto's feet was burning as he was running at high speeds to get off of the coal. Damn it, I should have been paying attention, Naruto cursed to himself as he ran fast as he can, trying to not get burned by the coals. He finally finished that part, but he had to keep running because he had to jump over the 12-yard jump of pure man-eating sharks in the water. As Naruto saw them, their teeth were sharp. He had to keep that speed up even though his feet was burning from the hot coals. He had to then push in with lots of chakra and jump at the last second to jump over the 12-yard water that is full of sharks. Naruto was going to make it, but then pain struck him as he felt the hot pain under his feet. He then grunted in the air, and that makes him slip up as he fell into the water with the hungry sharks, as one of them managed to bite Naruto's pants leg. As the shark barely got a small piece of Naruto's flesh, causing him a small cut, Naruto felt the teeth on his skin. Naruto came bursting out of the water as he then stopped in front of the forest, knowing that he had to face his worst fear, Orochimaru's snake. Orochimaru was always creepy, but Naruto hated snakes and they were always sliming around him. He hated them, but he decided to muster up some courage and take on the forest. Kisame was surprised. Kisame thought that Naruto would stop and try to head back, but he decided to head forward, and that made Kisame proud of him. The moment Naruto entered the forest, he was attacked instantly by snakes of all different colors and sizes. Naruto dodged many as he could, avoiding traps, weird animals in the forest, and plus avoiding all of the snakes. Naruto was walking through the forest when he accidentally stepped on something, and an arrow was coming towards him with full speed. Naruto jumped straight up in the air, as then two snakes launched off of a tree branch as they wrapped around Naruto. Naruto dropped on the ground as more snakes wrapped around his feet. Naruto remembered a jutsu that Itachi taught him to get away from Orochimaru. Naruto's hands were close together as he ran through some hand signs, as he then turned into pure flames as the snakes were burned to a crisp as Naruto's body dissolved, and he then appeared on the other side of the training course, while Kisame was just sitting there waiting for him. "About time, brat," said Kisame with a proud smile on his face. "Now, it's time for you to face me," Kisame said as he pulled out Sameada to attack Naruto. Naruto gulped as he pulled out a small katana Kisame has given him to practice with. "Okay, brat, come at me with everything you got." Naruto smirked at that, knowing that Kisame won't let him win. Naruto knew because of their first battle, Kisame was still angry that Naruto managed to beat him and caught him off guard, so he decided to use his full tactics ahead. He didn't wait for Naruto to do anything flashy. He always showed his full power and knocked down Naruto. So Naruto ran through some hand signs and disappeared out of sight. Wonder what he's up to this time, Kisame thought as the guard was up, ready for anything that Naruto was about to throw at him. Naruto then appeared behind Kisame, already going through some hand signs. Kisame put his sword in front of him to block any attack, but then Kisame could feel Naruto's chakra riling up at the point that this attack could actually kill him. A 7 swordsman of the mist. Naruto said wind style, typhoon force. The wind blew Kisame away, blowing him and his sword away until Kisame was sent hurling into the forest until he started to feel his skin being cut open as blood was dripping from him. Naruto's attack was ripping him apart. The wind slammed Kisame into the wall as his body was cut up but not so damaged, as he used his water style jutsu to coat all of the wounds. He then rushed out back at Naruto to see Naruto gone, but he sensed Naruto's chakra spiraling as he followed the chakra signature to behind a tree, as he saw Naruto surrounded by wind all around him in a destructive manner. As Naruto shouted, "Wind Sight Jutsu!" It made Kisame's eyes go widen as he was almost cut in half. As he then laid on the ground, as Naruto walked up to him, he was bleeding heavily. "I guess you win this time, brat," said Kisame as he coughed up some blood. Kisame then used Sameada to stand up as he limped towards the hideout. He then turned at Naruto before going in. Now, do 2000 lap, 5000 push-up, 8000 sit-up, and 9003 sit-up. Get to it and then you can go to bed hungry. Naruto groaned as he get to do the workout before the night up. The next day, it was 2 in the morning as Naruto finally finished doing all of that. He was sore, his arms feel like they were going to drop off completely, and his legs were throbbing. About time, said Kisame. You can go to bed now, brat. Kisame barked as he was wrapped in bandages. Naruto really messed him up. That is why he's making Naruto work out so much harder, because he cannot believe that Naruto has gotten strong. A part of him was kind of proud because Naruto has gotten so strong over the time, and he was kind of glad. Naruto then walked off as he headed to bed. He was too exhausted to notice the shadow behind him, as Naruto was down the hallway where no one was. As Naruto then feels something behind him, something coming in close, but he couldn't do anything because his body was so sore and couldn't move. Then he felt a pair of teeth sink into his neck. And then Naruto turned around to see Orochimaru behind him, glaring with a smile on his face as Naruto held his neck in pain. Back to the present time. Naruto finished his flashback as he put his hand on his neck, covering up the spot, not showing anyone that he has a secret power right there. After Naruto finished his workout with his team, 2 days passed pretty quickly as they rest, nothing but eat and sleep for the 2 days. It was now the day that Zabuza was to show up as Naruto waited patiently at the bridge, and he sent clone at the house to protect the child and the mother. Naruto was still concerned for the child. Inari had given up and said that they will all die, and Naruto knew that this kid has lost hope. So he wanted to rebuild his hope by taking down Zabuza and rid this place of Gato. Inari had fully given up hope. Naruto knew because Inari told them that it don't make sense that Gato is just going to kill them all. Naruto called the boy a crybaby. After the both of them had a clash, they cursed in words. Naruto walked out to go and clear his head. Kisame showed up that night, it was one of the resting days, and tell Naruto about the leader and Itachi plans. Naruto just could listen and nod, hearing what Kisame told him, everything that Itachi and Pain are up to. What he wanted to do was leave Team 7 and go with Kisame, but he wasn't strong enough yet to leave. So Kisame left on his own. Meanwhile on the bridge, Naruto watched his team help Tazuna, and Naruto created several shadow clones to help too. Naruto sit there as he was watching and calculating, thinking that Zabuza will attack soon. And he was correct when he feel one of his clones disappear back at the house. As he get the information about what happened, there was 2 samurai at the house, but the clone beat them down without any problem, and then the clones disappear to come and relay the information to Naruto. Inari and his mother is now safe. At the bridge, Naruto was using one of his clones for a lookout, as the clone at the end of the bridge saw Zabuza and Haku coming on a small boat, so the clone disappeared, dispelled itself, and relayed the information to Naruto, as Naruto sent the information to all of his other clones to move all of the builders, everyone off of the bridge, and get Sakura to protect Tazuna. Sasuke was at his right and Kakashi was at his left in an instant. They are here, Naruto said. I do not know what that small masked one is capable of, Naruto said as he pulled out a small katana that Kisame had given him a long time ago. Mist formed all over the bridge and Zabuza's voice echoed in the area. Hey Naruto, it's so good to see you up and moving. How is your neck? He said it in a mocking tone, but Naruto ignored him, as Naruto was ready to use his shadow ability to sneak in the shadows and get towards Zabuza quickly as possible. Don't bother sneaking in the shadows today. Do you see any here, Fox? Zabuza's voice echoed. As Naruto looked around, there was no shadow there. The mist was covering up everything. And this mist was unfamiliar to Naruto even though he could hide in it. This was Zabuza's technique, so Zabuza would have him at a disadvantage. Naruto then smirked and said, "Do you really think I need these shadows to defeat you, demon of the mist?" Naruto heard a chuckle as he felt water clones surrounded him. "Have you improved your team, or are they still weak as hell?" said Zabuza. "Look, that one is even shaking," said Zabuza as Naruto turned around to see Sasuke shaking indeed. Naruto sighed as he then turned to Sasuke with a smile on his face. Sasuke retorted the smile as he raised the kunai up to his face. "I am not shaking because I am scared," said Sasuke. "I am shaking in anticipation." Sasuke could feel his body about 100 times lighter without the weights. His speed has really increased as he then vanished. Zabuza's clones looked around for him. Then, in the mist, you can hear the slash, 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 and then you hear the poof as the water clones exploded in water and sink down into the bridge, leaking out. Sasuke destroyed those clones in instants. "Oh, Haku," said Zabuza, "the real one. I think you got competition in speed. Why don't you take Uchiha? I will take Naruto. I will finally defeat that fox brat for what he did to me so long ago," said Zabuza. As Zabuza and Haku appeared, as they could see Team 7 very clearly, Kakashi, Sakura, Sasuke and Naruto stood there on their guards as Haku went to take on Sasuke, but then a huge wind hit him, sending him blowing back as he put a senbon on the ground to stop himself in tracks as the wind was really heavy. "No, Zabuza," said Naruto. "I already fight you. I want to test out this boy's power. He seemed really interesting," said Naruto as he smiled at Haku. "Why don't you go and fight the copycat ninja?" said Naruto. "I want to fight the boy," Naruto stated as the winds died down. "So, you're taking an interest in Haku. If you want to fight him, then fine. I will take Kakashi then." And with that, Naruto and Sasuke headed off after Haku, who went to the opposite side of the bridge as Kakashi stood forward to take on the famous Zabuza. Zabuza rushed at Kakashi as Kakashi quickly dodged his sword with a move of his head. You got in fast. I can see by your appearance Naruto has been training you," said Zabuza as Kakashi then moved his headband to reveal his Sharingan. Meanwhile with Naruto, Naruto couldn't believe it. This kid was the same age as him and he moved so fast. He was moving fast as Kisame when he was holding back half of his power. Naruto was surprised when he saw Haku form his demonic ice mirrors. Now, him and Sasuke was trapped in a dome of ice surrounded them, and every one of them had a reflection of Haku. "What do we do now, Naruto?" Sasuke asked, with a small quiver in his voice. Naruto shrugged as he looked around. Haku hadn't attacked yet, so he had plenty of time to come up with an attack, a plan. "Sasuke, I am going to get you out of here, and when I do, you attack from the outside and I attack from the inside," said Naruto. Sasuke nodded and moved to get ready. Naruto produced 7 clones, hoping to occupy Haku for enough time for Sasuke to get out. And it worked. Haku was destroying all the clones with his senbon, and that gave Naruto enough time to blast the dome of ice with his wind, a full blast wind to crack it open. on the left side for Sasuke to jump out as Haku throws some sense bond at him, but Sasuke quickly dodged them as he was at the outside now. By making Sasuke get away, Haku has stabbed Naruto with two senbon in his legs. As Naruto pulled them out and said, I guess you're better than I thought, but you're still not enough to beat me, said Naruto, as he watched the senbons melt in his hand as they were made of ice. Haku nodded and said, thank you, Fox. Coming from you, that is a great honor. Naruto then stood up as he looked around. You, been with Zabuza for a very long time. You're a rare bloodline, but he treats you like his weapon. You're very special, but I am sorry, but you will die today, said Naruto as he turned his attention to Haku. Naruto then quickly runs through some hand signs. But before Naruto could release his attack, Senbon was lodged into his hand, paralyzing him from using his attack. Only his wrist though, from the wrist to his fingertips, were paralyzed. As Naruto looked up with a smirk on his face as he glared at Haku, and remembering all the tough training he went through with Kisame and knowing that this is nothing compared to that. Sasuke, go and help Kakashi, said Naruto, but Sasuke came back in the dome and then Haku sealed it up again as Sasuke stood in front of Naruto, taking the senbon out of his wrist. As Naruto moved his arm around freely, why did you do that? I had this covered, said Naruto. You're of no use here, said Naruto to Sasuke. Your Sharingan, something happened to it when Itachi put that Tsukuyomi on you. The night he killed his own clan. Something happened to your Sharingan and you won't activate it. It just keeps showing up and then it went away. So you're no use here, said Naruto as he started to run through some hand signs. I will be the one who take down you, Fox, said Haku as he appeared in every single mirror and every single mirror throw senbons at Naruto and Sasuke in full speed. But guys, I'm be ending this episode right here. The next part is coming out today, so look out for it. It's gonna be a little later, so check my channel about in an hour or two. It's gonna be out a little later, but hope you enjoy and thank you guys, and tomorrow will be special, so look out for that. And I'm all for now guys. Peace.